What's up, everybody? Just doing a little video regarding my practice pedal board. And I'm going to get right to it. Turn some of these buttons off. Can't turn that off. So it's a practice pedal board, and everything is going to be adjusted. Nothing has any settings. So the most important thing is to create on this board, come up with some ideas, record, do some recording, experiment, come up with variations of things with the loop. You know, this is what I got going on here. I don't have much of a power supply. This runs on 24 volts, and the rest is running on a 9-volt one spot. So we're going into the Greer here, which is a D-style FET preamp, which just gives it some boost, and it also gives it a little bit of grit. The Tomahawk Deluxe Drive sounds like a Tweed amp, Deluxe Tweed overdrive style. From that, we'll go into the Worm, which has wah, Ottawa, not Canada. Phase, which has a good phase. It can also sound like a Leslie. Tremolo, and vibrato, So vibrato does that detune thing and whatnot. And then after some effects I got going on here, I go into the Fly Rig. Boost, clean boost. I use it, keep it low. Plexi, the Marshall Plexi. I use it by itself. Sometimes I push them with the drive pedals, right? And I'll go like this. I'll maybe do this. Push them all in, right? Or maybe just that. Or maybe that. Depends what I'm doing. Rhythm, lead, solo. If I have a humbucker. And this one sounds the best too, because now you have like your overdrive section and your amp. So it's kind of like this is kind of like I guess this section would be kind of like a Marshall head. Now with this on, this is the Sans amp. You can go into a PA with this. You can go into a DAW. I mean, you can even go into the front of a amp. Why would you want to? You know what? That's for you to experiment. I mean, the combinations are, endless here. And then, if I'm going into an amp, I probably won't have this on, but I might, maybe in combination with this or with this. You never know. I mean, this is what this board is about. Sometimes if I have single coil pickups that sound pretty clear, they don't have like the Strat sound. Maybe if I had a Tele or something like that, or my Dual Sonic seems to be colorless, so I'll hit that. Delays work really well, but also if I'm going into a dry amp with no reverb, which I have 2 dry amps like Champs, I use this for a little bit of reverb, this delay, or tap it. It hits the tap, so use that as a delay. And then after the delay, I'm going into this tuner, which I use as a tuner and a mute, but it also has I can bring it down and use this as a master volume, like an attenuator. I don't really use it as something to push into, but never know. I mean, maybe that's what it needs, but it's kind of like this is the same, but I use this as a boost. But this one's just a boost. This one's an attenuator. This brings it down to 0. Or I use it like an attenuator, like a master volume. And I use it as a tuner. And one thing I forgot to mention, see that light? It changes. See, as I think it changes. Yeah, see it changes as the rate goes faster or slower. I don't know how that's helpful. I know this has a manual. You can use it with an expression pedal for the wah and maybe something else. I like the fade. I like these. These sound really good. They sound really good, and for more than just a practice board, they're just. I mean, they really sound good. I just don't know how I would use them in a live circumstance. I can only use one, unless I have it maybe written down here where, okay, I got to use the phase on this song. I go down there and I turn it. Okay, I got to use a trem on this one. Here it is. And maybe I can mark it, and you know what? Hell, it might work. I just have to spend enough time with it. But for now, I just use it as a. I used to have a Line 6. I do have a Line 6 M5. I used to use that. It wasn't a bit much. It also had its own. I also had to power it with a separate 9 volt, and it was a little bigger than this, and that really works, and I enjoyed it. But this limits it. This limits my creativeness here. But I like it. I dig it. The Line 6 was kind of big for a small board. Might work better in some other circumstances. And then, of course, this goes... Anyways, this one here, we went through that already. And then out of the tuner into the ditto. All right, so you can use this board. And, of course, it's a Pedal Train Mini. So 2 power supplies, extension cable, effects, tuner, 2 drives, 3 drives, boost, amp. Something to really wet your whistle when you're practicing and at home, and you got all the tones, and I don't have to worry about leaving things set, as we all know that sometimes on our boards happens. All right, y'all, keep practicing.